Hey dude, I wanted to make this video to kind of clear up what exactly I'm doing wrong with the stroke types. I went over the packet, looked at the technique examples, and checked off stuff like, yeah, I'm doing that, yeah, I'm not doing that, okay, yeah, that makes sense, blah, 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 whatsoever. I wanted to kind of show a video to see if you could see any appliance for that, or if you could see the way I'm thinking about the approach, and maybe what I'm thinking or doing wrong. So I'm just going to kind of explain what I'm thinking and feeling as I go through the motion. So first of all, the legato stroke. I'm holding the stick using the index finger and the thumb, like this, wrapping the three fingers around as relaxed and as loose as possible without having that open gap space. I'm also not squeezing these three fingers on for any way whatsoever because that doesn't make sense and that doesn't feel good and it's not natural. So as I go to do my legato motion and stroke, I have this going on, high amount of velocity, in my opinion, initiated from wrist, naturally some arm movement, leading with the bead. Right, so when I go to do that, I don't feel any squeezing. As I go to initiate that motion, I don't feel myself pulling the stick back up in slow motion naturally, because I know that used to be a tendency as well. What I'm doing is throwing the stick into the head and allowing the stick to naturally rebound without taking the pinky off or taking the three fingers off. Right. Cool. So same thing with the left hand. I know we talked about the thumb being kind of up, and that's been a habit ever since I was taught. So something that I've been consciously thinking about whenever I play is keeping that thumb down. However, sometimes it still looks like it's sticking up. But as you can see, it's relaxed, it's not pressed down, it's not tense. Naturally, when I rest my finger, it kind of dips up a little bit. So I kind of press it a little bit down, but I don't feel any tension from that. One of the comments I got from Richard Ramos was, my left hand seems to be a little bit too long on the stick, kind of sharp. And I saw that in the packet too. The example was, do not do this. This is exactly wrong. This is pretty much how I was taught, and I've been consciously thinking against that. So with these corrections, what I've done is laid down the thumb, relax the middle finger, and tried to shrink back my fingers. However, when I shrink back my fingers, I feel a little bit of tension going kind of like this. I don't know if that's correct. But as I bring my hand up directly from my side in playing position, this is the position that my fingers are in, and then when I go to place the stick in it, because of the length of my fingers, this is the image that I get. Okay, and when I go to apply this legato strokes, not legato motion, which I don't know if you can see, I'm thinking about keeping the thumb and the index finger in contact as relaxed as possible, keeping the middle finger around the stick, but just mostly in contact with it so I don't have the captain hook type of thing. I'm not thinking about wrapping it and keeping it around the stick. These two fingers I don't really care about. If someone were to cut them off, it would suck obviously, but that's pretty much how I feel about them. And in context when I'm playing, I don't really think about these two fingers having to push extra pressure on the stick to hold it. I think of them more as a guiding point, kind of like the back three fingers on the right hand. They just assist with the motion, and they're there because we're human, obviously. So when I go to put this in context and I go to play 8 on a hand, I'm thinking about a couple things. I'm thinking about the prep, the E. I'm thinking about, well, first of all, one of the comments that I got on my right hand this summer a lot from Matt Allen was this gap and the space between my right hand is too open and it doesn't aesthetically look pleasing, and it's going to cause a different sound that I don't want, which is cool. So I've made a conscious effort to close that gap. However, when I do, without squeezing, just with closing that gap, just moving my finger to close the gap, I get this bulging muscle coming out of my index finger, which is an example in the packet as well that I studied that says that that's wrong, that's incorrect. So I don't know how to fix that, and I don't really understand how it makes sense. I also was told that having a small, teeny tiny gap is not terrible, but it's not aesthetically pleasing. So keeping the most relaxed right hand as possible, in my opinion, that's the type of look that I'm getting when I go to play the legato motion. Okay, so I'm going to play 8 on a hand, and again, some of the things I'm thinking about is the prep. I'm thinking about keeping a consistent sound hand to hand even as we transition to the inverted section and not putting any extra emphasis on the downstroke, just keeping a relaxed sound, relaxed sensation in the hands without any tension, any squeezing as I transition. So I'll play it and let me know what you think. I know there's a little bit of a tempo discrepancy. Sorry, I'm not using a Met. My Met is usually my phone. So fluctuations in tempo there, and I'm not marking time. But that's pretty much the sensation that I'm feeling in my hands. And then as I come up to my set position, thinking about keeping my shoulders relaxed, staying up tall, keeping this down as opposed to kind of like this, where I'm used to playing to and I have tension in the shoulder. So uh, pretty much as I approach the drum, I'm thinking about the concept of how we bring our sticks up. Our hands are down by our side, which is the most relaxed position. So as we come up to the drum, we're emulating that same sensation of just staying relaxed, staying fluid, and not having any extra tension or squeezing as we come up. So that's what I'm thinking. I don't know if maybe when I play it's coming off differently, as in I'm switching midway through, maybe, but I do attempt not to make any fidgets or adjustments to my fingers before I play, because I believe that when my hands are down by my side, I'm bringing them up exactly as the way they are and just going with that motion all the way through. So any comments would be greatly appreciated. That was the legato stroke. I'll probably make another video about the downstroke, so on and so forth as I'm going to different exercises. Pretty much I don't really comprehend exactly what the issue is, even though I know there's an issue. So maybe you could elaborate a little bit more on that based on what I'm thinking and what I'm doing in this video. So thank you for your comments, and anything is appreciated. Obviously, I'm trying my best, so thank you.